Hi guys, and welcome to my channel, Changing Phases Tarot. So happy to have you here with me today. Now today's reading will be slightly different than the usual mid-monthly reading. And I'll explain why and how I'm going to do that. So first of all, I would like to again apologize for not posting the general readings for the month of June and for not posting any videos over the past couple of weeks. I've been dealing with some personal issues, so instead of trying to go back and do that now, and we're at the middle of the month, I've decided to go ahead with the mid-monthly readings, but instead of just doing the love and romance and career and finance portion of the reading, I'm adding in additional cards for sort of a general overview for the remaining part of the month. So that's what you see here. So I'll be using for the general reading for the last 2 weeks of June, I'll be using the Crystal Visions Tarot deck. I'm knocking stuff over here. Okay, and that's by Jennifer Galasso. And I will be pulling an oracle card to go along with that from the Sacred Traveler Oracle Card deck by Denise, Linn. For the love and romance portion of the reading, I will be using these oracle cards. I've used them before, not in a while. I haven't used them in a while actually, but I was led to use them for the mid-monthly. So the Wisdom of the Oracle deck by Colette Baron Reid. And I will pull an additional oracle card for the love and romance reading from James Van Praag's The Power of Love activation cards. And looking at career and finance, I'll be using the Chrysalis Tarot. Okay, and this is Paintings by Holly Sierra and written by Tony Brooks. And as additional guidance for the career and finance, I will be pulling a Life Purpose Oracle card by Doreen Virtue. Okay, again, as I like to remind you, these are general readings, so the messages may or may not resonate. The only way to get a truly personalized reading would be to order a private reading from me. If you're interested, you can contact me using the INSTANTGO app. Just download the app and search for me. On the app, I'm Changing Phases Tarot. I've put the information about the INSTANTGO app in the information box below. Or you could email me at changingphasestarot@gmail.com or take a look at my site, changingphasestarot.weebly.com. There you'll find the types of readings that I offer as well as pricing. And just, like I usually try to do in these, I don't always remember, but I try to just, thank everybody. I really do appreciate all of my viewers, everybody who takes the time to watch my videos, especially, to like, to comment. I really do appreciate it. It means a lot to me. So I will stop for now, and we'll see each of the signs in 1 second for your reading. Hi Virgo, hope you're doing well. I'm here to get into your mid-monthly reading for May 2018. As you can see, I've already laid the spreads just to save time, especially as for this particular mid-monthly, as I explained in the introduction, I'm doing it slightly different, right? So I'll show you the cards as we go through each reading so you can see them, because I know it's not that easy to see them all here because there are so many. So we'll start off with the overall energy, and this is what I've added in, as an extra since I didn't post the general reading for the month of May. So this is mid-monthly, so covering from the midpoint of May through the end of the month. So the general reading, generally, what you can expect over the next couple of weeks. So we have in the past position, so as you head into the last 2 weeks of the month, you have the Four of Swords, followed by in the present, the Empress. This is Major Arcana number 3. And the outbound energy, right, as you head into the month of July, the Star, Major Arcana number 17. So out of 3 cards, 2 of them are Major Arcana cards. And then the card from the bottom of the deck, the overall energy for the next 2 weeks, you have the Ace of Cups. And the Oracle card from the Sacred Traveler Oracle card deck, you have Navigating by the Stars. Follow your bliss. which is interesting because you have the star card as the outbound energy. So let me hold this up so you can see it. And then I will read you the full meaning for the oracle card once we get to it. Okay, so starting off here with this Four of Swords in the past position. The Four of Swords, or Suit of Swords, deals with air energy, right? So this is usually associated with our thoughts. It's cerebral energy, mental energy, has to do with, it's the suit of where we come up with our ideas, where we set our intentions. It's also how we communicate with other people. And as you can see here, she is laying, in the snow. There are the Four Swords around her. So it's a card of rest, of recuperation, of needing to take time out, for whatever reason, to rest and recuperate mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually. So this could be, as you head into the last 2 weeks of the month, this could be either you're coming out of some type of period of rest, and recovery, or, you could be needing, or you could be experiencing this, or needing to take some time out for yourself. For many of us, it's the summer here, especially in the Northern Hemisphere, so time for going on vacation, for trying to rest a little bit. So this could be, could have to do with that. It's also a card that can deal with, sort of recuperation, like really resting, recharging, so that you can continue on. There could be some type of battle. Maybe there's been something difficult that you have been through in the recent past, needing to recover from that, whatever that might mean for you, taking a step back, sort of reviewing where you need to go from here, kind of putting everything, or coming up with a plan for where you need to go. But it's about recharging, recharging your batteries. And then you come to this Empress in the present, and the Empress is, threes in the tarot, usually it has to do with expansive energy, abundance. The Empress, actually, in this particular deck, you can see that she is actually pregnant here, right? So I'll throw that out there. For some of you, there could be, you could be finding out you're pregnant. There could be news of a pregnancy. Somebody that could be pregnant. You could find out that that person is pregnant around this time. If it doesn't have to do, with pregnancy, because obviously it doesn't have to. I mean, and with so many people watching the video, it's not going to be, mean the same for everybody watching. But it could be just expanding. This can have to do with projects, giving birth to new ideas, giving birth to new projects. You moving forward. Could be, something changing. New things coming in for you, but whatever it is a great deal of abundance surrounding this. So if this is a new project, or you coming up with, a new idea, or giving birth to this new idea, it's very, there's a lot of abundance. It could be very, fruitful, very plentiful, very, very positive for you. She's standing here underneath this tree, the pomegranate tree, which is a sign, or a symbol of fertility as well. So again, this idea of, very fertile, lots of opportunities with the Empress card here. And then we have the Star card as the outbound energy for the month. And the Star card is, what you would imagine, wish upon a star. It's, having your wishes come true. It's a very positive card. It's also a card of healing as well. And we have the healing of, this rest and recuperation over here. We have the healing with this star energy. So, there could be, towards the end of the month, this could be you having your wishes come true. Again, whatever this might mean. This is general we're looking at first. So, things kind of generally going your way, wishes coming, being fulfilled. Could be finding out something that you've been hoping for, and having that actually work out for you. This is also a card of hope, of inspiration, that's about keeping that positive outlook, even when things don't seem that, that easy or that positive. It's about keeping, maintaining that positive outlook. Again, it could be healing, resting, with this card, it could be some type of healing or rest or recuperation from some type of surgery, taking time out to heal, or it could be, wish fulfillment. Again, we have this Ace of Cups as the overall energy for the 2 weeks. And, the Ace of Cups, aces in the tarot, they're blessings. It's sort of a divine, it's the gift of the universe that the universe is extending to you. Sometimes the Ace of Cups comes in when there's, could be a new love, an offering of, new love coming in. And sometimes this card appears when there is, if you're in a relationship, that could be, sort of expanding on that relationship in the form of, a marriage proposal or a new partnership or, a new, some type of new relationship. Sometimes the Ace of Cups comes in when there's, I usually think of the Page of Cups, but sometimes if there's news, we do have the Empress. Maybe it's a pregnancy. Maybe you've been hoping to get pregnant for a while and you're having your wishes come true. Maybe this was the Four of Swords. It could have to do with recovering from some type of surgical procedure. Maybe there are some of you who have been trying to get pregnant, and you underwent, some type of surgical procedure or sought medical, the help of a physician or something to become pregnant, and now you're finding out about the pregnancy. And so wish fulfillment here, this offering, this new offering of something that's going to bring you, a great amount of happiness with this Ace of Cups cards, because the Suit of Cups deals with, it's our emotions, it deals with, our relationships. It's also sort of how we deal with other people, our relationships and how we interact with those other people. And, with this Ace of Cups, this could very well be, just, it's sort of the Holy Grail, whatever that means for you. Again, it's going to mean something different. For some people, it is a new relationship. It's that new promise of, a new relationship with another person. For others, this could just be, whatever brings you love, happiness, and that does mean something different for everybody watching. But it's a very, it's a blessed energy. This is, something coming. It's very positive. The Ace of Cups, sort of as the overall card for the next 2 weeks, aces are yes cards. Aces are victory cards. So, if there's an answer that you've been waiting for an answer on, you have a big yes over the next couple of weeks. And then going back to the Star card is having your wishes come true and remaining positive, keeping that positive outlook. This Navigating by the Stars card, let me find my guidebook. Here we go. It really, I think, ties in with it. Okay, let me find the card. Navigating by the Stars. Okay, so what the card, the overall meaning for the card is, have faith that a higher power is directing your life. Believe, allow your life decisions to be dictated by what opens your heart and by what brings you joy. Relax, be patient, follow your bliss. Your life is divinely guided. All is going according to a wonderful plan for your life. Be confident that all is well. The Sacred Traveler wants you to know sometimes you can't see the road ahead, but when you become still, you can feel the right way to go. It's like navigating by the stars. You might not be able to see every detail of the path for your life, but when you trust the light of the stars, your silent spirit guardians, and the joy of your guiding North Star to navigate in the darkness, in the morning light, you find yourself at the right place at the right time. So interesting. So, there could be, there's messages of sort of trusting, and remaining positive, even if it seems, a little difficult for you to sort of trust, and keep a positive outlook, you're being asked to do that. And in the end, by the end of the month, things do seem that they are going to be, they appear to be working out in whatever way you wanted them to. Things are going according to plan. You just need to keep this positive outlook. Possibly new projects, new opportunities, new offerings, new love, possibly pregnancy, news of a child, news of a pregnancy. But whatever it is, it's all very positive. And it's just about, keeping the faith, right? Remaining positive. All right, looks good. Let's continue. We have a lot to get through. So moving on to the second part of the reading, which is the love and romance. And so I'm using the oracle cards. I haven't used them for a while for the love and romance portion. So we'll see how they what they have to say today. So our first one is, and I'll show you the cards and I'll go through the the main meaning for the reading. So we have sitting in the past position as you head into the last 2 weeks of the month. This is card number 30 and it's called Tick Tock. In the present position, we have card number 44, Thinker. And the outbound energy for the month for love and relationships, we have Breathe. And the card from the bottom of the deck, the overall energy for the next 2 weeks, we have card number 18, Serendipity. And the oracle card from the Power of Love deck is Elevation. You're making the conscious decision to raise the vibration of love. All right, so starting off here with this Tick Tock card in the past position. So actually, I mean, with the oracle cards, they are obviously different than using the tarot cards for the reading, but it seems that many of the messages that you have here, they're similar and they're definitely related. So with this Tick Tock card, what it really speaks of is divine timing, and when we think of we're looking at relationships, romance relationships, sometimes people tend to put their own time limits on things, or their own time, or I'm going to join an online dating site and I have to meet somebody within 1 week, or if I don't meet somebody within a month, then that's it, then it's all over and I'm going to forget the idea of dating again. Or if you're dating somebody and then there's this sort of time that, oh no, if this person, if we're together however long and within a certain amount of time the person doesn't propose to me, or we don't take it to the next level, then it's all over. It's about that type of thing. It's about putting those kind of limitations on relationships, or on how we view relationships, or the person, or love, or and it's, this card really asks us to understand that time, first of all. See the universe, it reminds me of like the aces in the tarot, with these hands of the universe extending this clock here. Time, first of all, is a human construct, and things don't happen on our time or when we want things to happen. The universe really does have its own time for bringing people into our lives, for allowing these relationships to appear. So it's about divine timing, or the timelessness of something. And especially thinking about relationships, there are certain relationships that are really just, they're meant to happen. And at the right time, that person will appear in your life, and it's about trusting in the divine timing for things, especially when it comes to matters of the heart, that there's time. We all have, no, we don't know how much time we have here on earth, obviously, but there is time. It's about trusting in the fact that there's time for us to love, to find love, to nurture love, to give love to others. So, this does sit in the past. So there could have been, excuse me, some type of divine timing at play. If this is you, maybe if you're in a relationship, there could have been some type of divine timing at play with, within your relationship. Or, if you haven't met somebody, there could be a reason for that. Maybe you need to be alone right now for whatever reason, and it's, sorry, I just had a coughing fit. It's about trusting that, love is always right on time, and there is no right time for love. If if you're single and you waiting for that right time to meet a person, there is no right time. You know, the universe, things happen for a reason. So it's about accepting that, you know, and also welcoming, you know, being open to receiving that new love, that new relationship when it does appear. Now in the present, we have Thinker. And this card, yes, obviously we see the person, you know, she's very deep in thought here. So it does have to do with, you know, being sort of logical, analytical, you know, thinking about things. But when we tie this to relationships and love, you know, love is not logical. You know, you, as much as you might try to, you know, rationalize or think about a relationship, or, you know, love is not, it's not logical. There is no logic to love. Just like when you know, when you finally meet somebody, or you choose a partner, no, you don't pick that person logically. You go with your heart. As you know, you have a feeling, you fall in love with the person, and you trust in that feeling. You know, yes, it's good to have things in common with the other person, you know. So I mean, you can obviously think about, okay, well, what would my life be like with this person, you know, and if we were to start dating, what do we really have in common? I mean, obviously you think about things, but it's more about trusting in your emotions, trusting in your heart, you know, going with that feeling, as opposed to trying to rationalize the relationship. So, you know, for some of you, that could be, if you're in a relationship, you might be going through sort of a weighing up, you know, things within the relationship, sort of weighing the pros or cons, or if this is a partnership that you're in, you know, is there enough common ground between you to continue with in the relationship, in the partnership, to take it to the next level? Or, you know, do you really not have that much in common? You know, is it, because we should also not, you know, it's good not to be too logical and try to view things, you know, in that very sort of logical manner. But at the same time, you can't sort of force something to work, you know. So, you know, there's no way to change the other person. There's no, you know, there's no way to force, can't, you know, sort of force things to happen or things to work. You know, they are how they are. You are how you are. Weigh up the pros and cons. And then, you know, there's this taking the time out, this breathe card here is, you know, is exactly what it shows, what it suggests. It's time to, you know, to possibly reflect, to meditate, to take a breather, to take time out maybe from the other person even. But it's really more about, you know, going inward and trusting in, you know, having patience, slowing things down, you know, trusting in your gut feeling, trusting in your heart, trusting in, you know, don't, even this thinker card, don't get too wrapped up in analyzing or trying to analyze, you know, the relationship. I think relationships, love is one of the few things in this modern world that, you know, you just need to trust. You need to trust in your heart, be open, have patience. This card is a little bit like, you know, sort of the temperance card, the patience card, you know, as thinking about moving forward with that person. It's about having balance, finding balance, you know, and maybe you do need to slow things down. You know, if this is in a relationship, maybe just don't be too much, you know, in a hurry right now. Just give your heart the time that it needs to open up to the other person. Allow things to naturally kind of progress with that person. There is no, you know, time for things to happen. Oh, if the person, you know, if we don't become serious within however long, if we don't get engaged within a year, then it's over. No, there is no time. You know, just allow things to kind of progress. Allow the relationship to take its course. You know, release any type of anxiety, breathe, meditate, you know, take time. What is meditation? It's about being in the moment, being present. Be in the moment with the person, you know, be present with that person instead of thinking about or trying to plan, oh, well, in a year's time, we need to be doing this, that, and the other. No, just spend time with them. Be open to them. Be open to giving, be open to receiving, and be patient, And then we have this other sort of divine timing at play. So we have two similar messages with that here, with the serendipity card, because, what is serendipity? Serendipity is all about, things happening when they're meant to happen. Sort of this fortunate, or a series of kind of fortunate events that happen, but it's all, opportunities, good opportunities, good luck, good fortune, happening sort of out of nowhere, out of the blue. It's the universe kind of aligning those things for us. It's being in the right place at the right time. It can appear in the form of signs, symbols. So do pay attention to them. Here we have obviously the 4-leaf clover. That's a sort of a sign of good luck. Pay attention to signs. Pay attention to like repeating numbers, numbers on your clock, when you get in the car, signs. Pay attention to sort of animals, like, I don't know, if you're seeing sort of butterflies all the time, or if you're seeing ladybugs all the time, or rabbits, or, whatever you might be seeing. It's not a coincidence. See what you're doing when that happens. What are you thinking when that happens? Who's with you when that happens? They're signs from the universe. So it's all about good fortune happening. The sort of magical alignment of things, again, being in the right time at the right place. So, and trusting here. So spirit, the universe, trusting in the universe that, that the universe has this plan. They will place you in front of that right person at the right time. They will bring the right person to you at the right time. You will happen to meet that person, at the right time. So this could be you, this is the overall energy for the upcoming 2 weeks. So this could be you either, maybe recently you have met, or you're about to meet somebody who's going to be very important in your life, in your journey, somebody who the universe, spirit wants to bring in. Could be, in the form of a significant friendship, could be in the form of, a loving relationship. But there's sort of divine intervention at play with this card. So things being sort of out of your hands. So what do you need to do? Pay attention to the signs. And more than anything, be open. And that message really came through again with this oracle card. Let me find my guidebook. So from the Power of Love, this card is elevation, and it says, in order to live a fulfilled life of complete happiness and enjoyment, you first must become mindful of how you perceive the world and your place in it. What you think has a tremendous influence on how your soul will experience life and its many diverse situations. As magnetic beings, our souls work perfectly within the law of attraction and draw us to exactly what we create with our thoughts. In order to elevate your soul, your mindset may need to be spiritually altered. Love is the greatest healing energy source there is, and by using it properly, you can instantly change your life and your circumstances. Begin by setting the intention of raising your consciousness. Second, be mindful of the tone of your thoughts. Then finally, let go and let the universe do its part. Commune with nature, take a walk through a forest, dance in the ocean waves, or go out and garden. Through these activities, your mind is brought into an awareness of the oneness of the natural world. Assess the people in your life. Are they elevating or draining your energy? Become aware of your purpose in life and live it one day at a time. Be present, right? Be in the moment. Elevate someone else's life with joy, for it is in giving that you receive. Forgive others and clear that energy, transforming it to pure love, knowing that you cannot force anyone to be something they are not. That's just what we were saying. Where was I saying that? I was just saying that with one of these. Maybe it was the Thinker card. That's what it was. That was exactly what I was saying. That's funny. Above all, have fun and delight in your journey. So yeah, definitely, the messages, again, repeated messages of divine timing at play, being open to that, and then, trusting in this divine timing and trusting in the fact that the universe does have a plan. The universe does, will bring the people that you need to meet, whether this is, a partnership or a friendship or a romantic relationship. There's divine timing at play here. Okay, so that's interesting. Very interesting message for love and romance. All right, let's move on. Our last part of the reading here is focusing on career and finance. So let me show you the cards. We have in the past position the Six of Mirrors. This would be the Six of Cups. In the present, we have the Golden Flower, but this is actually, it's the Major Arcana number 14, Temperance. Beautiful card. And the outbound energy for the month is the Mime, Page of Spirals. This would be the Page of Wands. And the card from the bottom of the deck, the overall energy for the next 2 weeks, the Eight of Spirals. This would be the Eight of Wands. And the Oracle card from the Life Purpose deck, you have Counseling. You heal with kind words, wise advice, and an empathetic ear. All right, so starting off here with the Six of Mirrors or the Six of Cups in the past position. So the Suit of Cups deals with our emotions, feelings, relationships, and the Six of Mirrors, sometimes it's associated with sort of past life. I'm sorry, let me lower my camera. There you go. That's a bit better. We're on this last part here. There we go. So it has to do with, sometimes past life relationships, or memories. In this particular deck, the Six of Mirrors is tied to memories. And we see here that there are 6 pools. We don't have the cups here, but we have the mirrors, these pools of water. And so it speaks of, each pool of water is sort of a memory, right? This memory from different time periods in our lives. So this could be, thinking back to, different time periods, or, we're looking here more at career, finance. So this could be looking back on careers, that you've held in the past, or people that you knew at your job from the past. It could have to do with a job that's in some way related to, your childhood home, or somebody that you knew when you were a child, a childhood friend, somebody just from, from the past. It can also have to do with these patterns, these cycles, that maybe how you used to act in the past, and how that is now affecting you in the present and can possibly affect you in the future. So, there is this sort of past element with this Six of Mirrors. So you could be, this could definitely be you, either reminiscing, thinking about a job from the past. This could have to do with thinking back to, a place from your past, somewhere that you used to work. But, it does sit in the past position. So, this is sort of the energy as we head into the last 2 weeks of the month, followed by Temperance. Now, Temperance is a card that speaks of the need for balance. The Temperance card, it's a Major Arcana, and it really has to do with, and actually going back to the Six of Mirrors, this card also has to do with, it is about memories, and it's also about how, how it's important not to allow negative things from the past. This could be ways that that you behaved in the past, or just, things from the past, not allow that to come into the present, to affect the future. It's important to also, to maintain balance and harmony in your life is another message that comes through with this card, and and different activities, possibly, you know, jobs, new things coming in that are going to require you to keep this, you know, a more balanced, or approach things in a more balanced way, which then, you know, does go back to the golden flower. And this is a beautiful sort of mandala looking temperance card. And the temperance card usually speaks of the need to have for balance, right? Moderation in our lives, balance. And this can be in many different things, but, you know, it's about maintaining, you know, sort of some of the cards, they show, you know, like the yin and the yang. It's the maintaining the feminine, the masculine energy. It has to do with also harmony, you know, harmony that comes through meditation, you know, and how and being accepting, and how, you know, life does have its ebbs, you know, the ups and downs, the ebb and flow of life, and needing to, you know, to meditate, to find balance, to deal with that. There's also and we can kind of see, you see the two fishes. I'm sorry, I have cards sticking to me here. We have the two fishes, which do kind of make me think of, you know, the yin yang, sort of this yin yang feel to this card here. So, you know, there could be a need, again, for balance. We're looking more at your work here. So there could be something is out of balance. Maybe you have been working too much. Maybe there's a need for you to find, or, you know, for greater acceptance, instead of, you know, resisting, instead of trying to fight against something, being more open, being more accepting. This card can also have to do with awareness, you know, and sort of opening, or you know, opening yourself up, or becoming more conscious, more aware, by having a more, you know, balanced, a more balanced approach to whatever this, you know, the situation is. So something possibly to do with the past, this need for balance. And then as you end the month, you have the Page of Spirals. Now, pages in the tarot, you know, usually they are bearers of news, right? They bring in messages. When we have court cards as well, they can also be people who we're dealing with. If so, then typically this would be more of a younger fire sign individual, Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries, male or female, but usually younger. So, you know, somebody could even be a child, news coming in from that person. If not, then this is just, you know, a situation, just news coming in. And the suit of spirals, or the suit of wands, it's the suit of growth. It's a suit of passion, ambition, you know, of personal growth. It has to do with the work that we do. It has to do with our own drive and ambition for doing the job that we, you know, that we do. It can have to do with creativity, creative projects. We also have, I was just focusing here, we have the Ram, and in this particular deck, you see it's called the Mime. Each of the court cards, they have a name that they give them, right? And he's called the Mime, and he's actually dressed up like this sort of jester or mime. And he actually has to do with, or there's something to do with memories as well, right? In this deck, it's about kind of recollecting these past, you know, memories, possibly repressed memories. And then we have the Ram here, and this, you know, the Ram is supposed to kind of batter loose the memories of past experiences, you know, and put the mime in more of in the present, to be able to deal with new things coming in. Because usually, you know, the pages, they do kind of herald new beginnings, right? These news of something can be a new project, a new job, just, you know, a new creative vision. This person is very, you know, is very creative, thinks outside of the box, is somebody who really has a unique creative way of viewing something. So again, we have this, you know, memories, balance, and then this person, you know, this energy of the Page of Spirals, or the Mime, who is kind of this, you know, magical messenger who comes in to, knock loose all of these memories of past experiences and to bring about this new mindfulness, to bring about this new kind of sense of balance. And the overall energy for the 2 weeks for career and finance is the 8 of spirals, which, it has to do, is more fire energy, but it has to do usually with, something news coming in very quickly. You can see here we have, look at the, everything flying through the air. So it's usually about, something being in the air, news in the air, or news coming in very quickly. It can have to do with quick back and forth. If you, this is you, I'm sorry, let me move things over. If you have applied for a job recently, if you've been interviewing, this could be, news hearing back that they want to interview you. In this particular deck, the 8 of spirals is called, or the key word that they put with the card is answers. So, we see that this, the stag here is sort of moving very quickly. So it has to do with, maybe you need to move quickly on whatever this news is, right? Because it's about, trusting your instincts. This could be you with your intuition and instincts really, very keen over the next couple of weeks, and then trusting in that and then moving ahead very quickly. Has to do with, quick, swift progress. This can be answers coming in very quickly, right? If you've been waiting for, and usually it's good news. So if there's an answer that you've been waiting for, typically this would be, a quick positive news coming in about that. If there's something that, you've been waiting for things to kind of move ahead, usually this is, rapid progress. So quickly, you needing to act quickly, or something progressing very quickly. If this is dealing with unresolved matters, it's them coming to conclusion very quickly. It could also have to do with, excuse me, needing to pay attention. We're talking about intuition. So pay attention to, if you have kind of strange dreams, random thoughts, again, with the signs back here from serendipity, pay attention to those. There could be something quite significant coming in with the 8 of spirals. But I mean, it definitely looks as though, there could be quick communication coming in, something in the air, something happening quickly, you needing to act quickly here. But at first, you need to find balance, possibly make peace with something from the past, or not allow, things from the past, memories from the past to affect you, keeping everything very balanced, moderation, possibly with meditation. That came through here as well. But, and then news coming in, possibly news about a new job, a new opportunity for you, creative endeavor, creative opportunity, project. But it's very positive. This is, kind of this yes message coming in, quick back and forth. So if you have been waiting for a message, it looks as though by the end of the month, or, the energy for the next couple of weeks is that. And then let me read you the full meaning for your life purpose card, which is counseling. Let me find my book. And this card says, people frequently reveal their deepest secrets and worries to you because you're a natural counselor who channels wise advice and kind support. This card comes as a counselor for you, advising you to choose a career path involving this type of work. Since you're already performing the functions of a counselor, you might as well receive remuneration, in addition to the emotional fulfillment that counseling brings to you. The angels can support any need or desire you may have for classes that will teach you skills and lead to proper licensure. Your counseling path can be along the lines of life coaching, where you help clients organize their goals and intentions into achievable steps, or you can blend in spirituality through traditional pastoral counseling, or via the more alternative path of giving readings. Your work could also involve writing or teaching. The main point is that this life purpose uses words as a healing modality. With the proper training, you are highly qualified to conduct counseling work. Please don't think that your own life needs to be perfect before you can help others. All counselors have their own ego issues and human imperfections. The point isn't whether you have these character and life quirks, it's what you do with them that counts. As long as you listen to your client's feelings with an open mind and heart, their needs will be served. So interesting. So, for some of you, that could be some of you needing to hear this message, and you could see how, it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to, drop everything and try to go back to school to become a counselor. No, I mean, there's different ways to counsel. It can be in the form of a teacher. It can, like the book was saying, it can be in the form of, of doing readings, of volunteering even. It's in some way, it's you using your words to help others. Could be through writing as well. So, pay attention to that. But going back to the reading, it looks positive for the next couple of weeks, definitely with these two cards, the Eight of Spirals and the Mind card. But there is a need for balance here, and possibly balancing something from the past with the present. Tune in, try to meditate if possible, pay attention to signs, dreams. But overall, I would say, looks like a good rest of the month. So I do hope that the messages have helped you in some way. I thank you for joining me. I look forward to reading for you again. And just know that I'm sending you all much peace, love, and light for a wonderful rest of the month. Bye for now.